time to get the caliper on. I'm not going to put the pads in right now because I don't have any brake clean for the rotors. But you're going to take a brass crush washer, put it right there, and then that's going to go there, and then another brass crush washer, and then this is going to go into the back of the rotor, the caliper. And I'm going to leave this loose for now until we figure out the orientation that it needs to go. And I like these Wilwood calipers because they are not side specific. As you can see, they have the bleeders on top and bottom. So this can be a right one or it can be a left one because you got the bleeders on top and bottom. Now when you bleed these, you only bleed the bleeder that's up top because air goes up. So let's kind of get this loosely attached, and then let's get it mounted up, and we can kind of snug things up after that. So of course these mount up the same way the factory ones do, but these come with provided hardware with spacers. Because from what I understand, the D52s are used for a lot of different applications. So like I said, these mount up the same way as stock, and the pins slide through just like stock. If you want to upgrade your calipers from the stock single piston to the Wilwood dual piston, you could literally do this in probably a couple hours for sure. It'll take you longer to bleed the brakes than it will for you to actually get it switched over. And I'm not going to tighten it up all the way, but this is pretty much what you are looking at. Like I said, I don't have the pads in because I don't have any brake clean. I don't want to contaminate the pads. And this car may be sitting for another couple months while I get everything else finished up as well. But yeah, I wish I brought one of my wheels now, one of my Pacer Dragstar wheels, so we actually can see what it looks like. But I will bring one tomorrow and I can end out this video. But yeah, that's how it looks. It looks great. I knew I just said I wasn't going to tighten them up, but I'm just going to give them a little snug. Just verify that everything is good. So that way, if it's not, then I can go and research and order and whatever if need be. So I'd rather kind of do that now, then I'm ready to drive the car and then figure out that something doesn't fit like it should. But again, for y'all who didn't listen the first time, these are the 12-inch 91 and 96 Caprice Impala front rotors because I have the 91 and 96 Impala Caprice Beltec 2-inch drop. So the D52s, these right here, will work with your 11-inch rotors the same way it works with 12-inch rotors. Because I bought these specifically for the 11-inch rotors. And everything clears. Everything works as it should. Just no pads in it. And like I said, and then after, you get everything bolted up, you can then figure out kind of how you're going to secure your line and kind of which angle of the dangle it needs to be before you tighten it down. Like I said, I'll probably end up getting like a clip, like one of those rubber double side rubber mounted clips. And like I said, I will cycle the control arm and just make sure that everything is clear. Probably be something right around there. Like I said, maybe secure it right there. Make a bracket, secure it up here, something. But I'll get it figured out, and whenever that time comes, I'll show you what my solution was. But for right now, it's just gonna dangle with the hangle. So yeah, the Wilwoods are on there, and the car is slowly coming together. So now I'm going to turn to the next video, which is going to be getting this 7.5 drum brake rear end out and getting this 95 Caprice PPV disc brake non-posi rear end in the car. So that'll be the next video, or a video coming up soon after this one. So like everything you do, always remember, think, build, and most importantly, enjoy. Peace.